almost everybody on this planet are eventually going to have a bloating problem. Many people already do. Millions and millions, actually billions right now, have a bloating problem of some level, sometimes mild, sometimes severe, sometimes really debilitating, where the distension just comes all the way out here. You ever see anybody where they're walking and literally they're extended this far out? Serious bloating, and they live with it every day. So what's happening? Why are we bloating, and where's the bloating coming from? To start with, it's a breakdown of the system. Breakdown of the stomach acid. So right here, let's take the stomach out, okay? Now, bloating starts out with low HCl, gastric glands that sit inside your stomach that produce your gastric juices. These are your gastric glands. So right here, HCl. HCl is used to break down your protein. So here we go. Here's a nice dinner right here. We got what looks like, I don't know, a pork chop there, maybe a piece of steak. Then we have lobster, okay? We have a nice lobster tail. We have a baked potato here, but it's covered with all kinds of cheese and oil and sour cream, right? We got a whole little dish of butter right there too. So right here, if we eat this meal, or we eat these buffalo chicken wings right here, which is a great one too, right? We have this nice big hoagie. Look at that. If we have this, what's going to happen is we need to break down the protein. So we have to have strong gastric juices, but people don't have the strong gastric juices anymore. The HCl is being diminished over time. It's weakening. So low HCl, that's a bad thing, because that means that the proteins aren't being broken down, and those proteins that aren't being broken down go down the chute. And as they go down the chute into the small intestinal tract and they sit there, they start to putrefy and rot because they weren't broken down enough. And as these proteins haven't broken down enough, and they sit there and they putrefy and they fester and corrode and fester inside the small intestinal tract, something comes along to feed off of it. And that's where we go here. So here we are. The bacteria that sits inside the small intestinal tract, the bad bacteria, starts to proliferate. It starts to feed off of rotting, putrefying proteins. And as it's doing that, it's producing gases. It's outgassing. Ammonia starts to outgas from putrefied proteins. That's one thing right there. Gases from the bacteria start to be released. And as they're being released, you have that happening too. So basically what's happening is you're getting a dysfunctional intestinal tract because the stomach's not strong anymore. And we like to fill our stomach with a lot of food all at once. So keep that in mind too. We like to tank the food and put a lot down. And what if you have that low HCl? That HCl isn't strong enough, and you have big meals going in and they're not being broken down, then they're going to putrefy more and more gas, more pressure, more bacteria is going to thrive off of it, and then we end up into bloating. So that's one reason why we bloat.